and welcome to Hardware Heaven. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I am recovering from a serious epidemic of con flu for a convention that I don't think I ever attended, but it feels that way. But I'm on the mend, so don't worry. Just if my voice gives out, just ignore it. We'll ignore it. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the ICY BOX Big City Headphones. Now these come in a variety of different colours, but these ones are actually the red pair, even though I would prefer the pink, but it's okay, I'm not gonna judge. We're gonna be taking a look at the red pair. Now these are very similar to Beats by Dre, however the price is drastically different. So before anyone says they're just a copy, they are a very, very cheaper alternative. So I'm gonna tell you whether I think it's worth the money, whether I think it's a worthwhile alternative, and whether I think you should pick them up. So let's get started. So let's start by taking a look exactly what you get in the box. Now it is a nice hard kind of cardboard sturdy box that actually opens like a book, and then inside we have this leatherette padded kind of container, much like again the Dre Beats. They come in one of these, and the headset itself is actually nicely folded inside. So here we can see the headset. As I said, it is folded, so you know this is a foldable headphone. You can actually just completely fold up the arms and you just open them up like this to put them into the normal position that you would expect to put them on your head. As well as the headphones, you get some additional extras in the box. The first is the user manual. Then we have a standard 3.5mm stereo cable, a pretty lengthy stereo extension cable, a stereo adapter, an aeroplane adapter, and a nice cleaning cloth. As well as that, you get two AAA batteries to put into the headset, because this is actually a sound cancelling headset. Again, a lot like the Dre Beats. What you would expect with the Dre Beats, you will get in this headphone. Now you actually put the batteries on the left hand side here. You simply insert them in and then put this back on into the little holes, twist, and it will lock in. On the right hand side, we actually have our on-off switch, as well as a push-in button which turns on and off quickly the sound cancellation. So if, for example, you are playing a game or you're on an aeroplane and you've got your sound cancellation on, as well as you're playing some music, but someone comes over to talk to you and it's not really going to be some sort of lengthy conversation, it's just a would you like a drink, you can just push this button, continue to hear what you'd expect to hear normally, and then answer and then unpress it and it'll continue to play your music and things like that. It's just a really nice kind of quick off switch without actually turning it off and on. It's just a nice thing that you can just stop whatever you're listening to and then continue as you wish. So if we take a closer look at the actual headphones, as you can see, it is a plasticky finish. This is red. It comes in a wide variety of colours, from white to blue to green to pink, purple, you name it, they've got the colour for it. And it is a lot more plasticky than the Dre Beats. It's got ICY BOX slightly kind of engraved into the top. We've got a padded headband here and extendable arms. Now these are actually metal here with some plastic coating on the inside, so it's nice to see that the arms are actually metal to keep it nice and strong. You can see that the screws are in there to hold it all together. Overall, it's a really kind of lightweight but sturdy headphone. I really think it's extremely comfortable. A lot of you may know Dre Beats are actually my preference when traveling, especially because I find noise on trains and aeroplanes really gives me a headache. So I love having the sound cancellation on, even if I'm not listening to anything. I just have it on to get rid of that kind of, you know, dull humming noise that really kind of gives me a headache. But these only cost around £80. It really depends on which colour you're choosing, but on Amazon they are listed around £80 with Amazon Prime as well, and I think that's an amazing price. These perform really, really well. I was sound testing them all day, one earphone on this ear and my Dre Beats in the other hand on this ear, and then I would wear completely this one, completely the other one, listening to the same song over and over again, same movie clip over and over again, and I really couldn't tell the difference. If you blind blindfolded me and put the Dre Beats on and then put this on, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. They're both extremely lightweight, both extremely comfortable. They've got nice padding. The sound quality is amazing. The sound cancellation is amazing. I'm extremely impressed with this. I'm really glad to finally see a decent competitor to the Dre Beats, something that looks stylish, something that's lightweight, something that's extremely portable, something that actually has decent sound cancellation but doesn't cost 300 or so pounds. So to see it for 80 pounds and in a wide variety of colours, I think is extremely great. I'm really impressed with these. If you've looked at Dre Beats or considered Dre Beats or any sort of sound cancelling headset but didn't want to shell out upwards of 200 pounds, then these are a great alternative, especially if you're not really into the whole branding thing. Like, you know, some people will buy Dre Beats because they are Dre Beats. Some people want them because they sound great, like me. And personally, I'm not that into the brand. I don't care that it's got the B on the side. If you're one of those people, then this is definitely the best option for you. It's cheaper, it's just as great quality, and it sounds amazing, and personally, I think they look great. I really like the fact that you've got everything included as well. You've got your batteries included that last an extremely long time from experience. You've got an extension stereo cable there as well, an airport adapter, everything you need that you can just keep in this nice handy little leatherette case, and you will never have to have multiple bags for all of your accessories, and I think that's really great as well. These definitely do look cheaper, like you can tell that they are cheaper. The fact that Dre Beats have a more metallic metal finish and these are plasticky, it's an obvious sign that they aren't going to be costing as much. But again, like I said, if you're not fussed on that aesthetic, then it's not going to bother you. But if you did want something that was a little bit sturdier and looked better, then obviously something like Dre Beats is more up your alley. Personally, I would buy these. That, I think, is the biggest thing that I could say. I would purchase these. I think if my Dre Beats ever broke, I would consider purchasing these because I wouldn't want to spend, again, like £300 to get the Studio Dre Beats, and I would definitely get these. I really enjoyed testing these out, and I really am glad to see a good competitor. As I've said, I first saw these at CeBIT 2013, and it's been this long. I think CeBIT 2014 is already gone, and I never got to review them, so I'm finally glad that I did. I'm going to be giving the ICY BOX Headphones the Gold Award because personally they could be a little bit sturdier, maybe metal all the way round, just to create the, you know, sturdiness and a little bit more weight so it doesn't feel like they're going to break if maybe you sat on them. But they are a great alternative to Dre Beats, and I can't really fault anything else about them. So, Gold Award. Now, on the topic of ICY BOX, they also have this product here, which is a Bluetooth and SD card speaker. Now this is the box. It's a nice little metal speaker. It's quite weighty. It feels a lot like a paperweight, but it looks like a Yeti microphone. So here we go. This is the speaker. You can see what I mean by that whole Yeti microphone vibe. It's got the speaker in the top, and on the back we've got our stereo cable port, we've got a mini USB port and the SD card port in there as well. And on the bottom we just have some feet, the on-off switch and the volume and mode controls. Now this is pretty easy to set up. It's got 3 modes. It's got your SD card mode, it's got the stereo cable mode, and it's got the Bluetooth mode. You just switch between each one. There is no sort of display on here to tell you which one it is. Once you turn it on and nothing's playing, you just switch between the modes and wait for something to play. Now, as much as this sounds great, because it does, I don't think personally that there is a market for it, unfortunately. It is heavy, and I think the only way that I would use this would be if I was on a beach or I was going for a picnic and I didn't want to take something like a big portable speaker. This battery lasts around 5 hours, and the fact that you can have an SD card in it as well means that I wouldn't have to run down the battery of my phone or MP3 player or anything like that, or my tablet, whatever you want to use to play your music. You can actually just put the SD card straight into here and play it, which is great. That is really good. You've got good battery life, you don't have to run down any other devices, but the fact that you have the option to plug in your phone or sort of via Bluetooth, any sort of device, that is great as well. But as I said, why would you plug your phone in when you could just play it out of your phone. Like, you're running your phone battery down anyway. Most phones really are loud now. If you had an MP3 player or an iPod, great, plug this in, that will be good. But again, it's the only kind of thing that you would use when you're out, and it is quite heavy, so to carry this around with you might be a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm really unsure if there is a market for it. I'm sure there are some people who would absolutely love something like this. The bass is great on it, it's got really crisp sound, and it gets really loud. I was quite shocked. But personally, I wouldn't want to carry around essentially a paperweight when I would just play music off my phone. But this is the device, this is what you get. You also get an actual USB, mini USB sort of cable. You also get a stereo cable included as well as a bag to store it all in, which I think is pretty good. You've got those accessories in there, so that is great. But I'm just gonna give this the recommended, because I recommend it for people who are interested in this sort of thing, but I don't think there's like that big of a market for it, because personally it's too heavy. I know it's got a battery in there that will make it last 5 hours, but it's too heavy to just like carry around in your bag with you at all times. Like, oh wait, hi guys, I've got a speaker, let me play this music a lot louder with a bit more bass. It's kind of like, I'd rather just carry my phone and just play my phone. You get what I mean? I hope you do. Anyway, that was the 2 ICY BOX products that I've been sent to review. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.